Assalamu alaikum and hello again. Today we're just going to go over a simple overview of all of the examples of the 5 possible moral stances you could take in this day and age. So, quick overview, there are 5 levels, and the lowest, I'm going to call them the scum of society. The second lowest are the wrongdoers. The middle category are the neutralists, which leave no legacy, whether good or bad. The second highest is the category of the good doers, and the highest, those belong to the detoxifiers of society. These people take out toxic information that leads to destruction for other people's lives. Okay. And this is going to be really quick. Okay, so let's start at the lowest. Let's call these people are called the scum of society. Why? Because they're just waiting for the detoxers to clean them out. Okay, these people, they find that it's so easy to do bad things, like sinning, for example. They find that living a life bound by morality is so hard. Okay, but they don't want to admit that. Okay, guys, I'm planning on not striving to get out of this hell-bound position. So, you know what? Let me do what Satan did, and let me go ahead and make all the people around me think the same thing as me. So they go ahead and spread, you know, what I call religious toxins. Okay, they're gonna go and tell you, oh yeah, you don't actually have to do that. Wearing this and not saying this, all that's just extreme. Okay, we shouldn't be extremists, right? So what I have to say for these people is, if you're an extremist on the strict side, you'll at least make it to heaven. Okay, maybe you won't make it the highest because you called some things in religion that were not actually, mandatory, but they'll make it to heaven. But if you go on the other extreme, you're not making it to heaven. And that's what the detoxers of society are meant to tell people. Anyways, so one example of the scum of society is number one. If let's say there's a room with 5 ladies, okay, and there's this one lady saying, guys, I need help. My daughter is in high school. Okay, she's about to graduate, and they're having a giant party for prom night. Okay, and my daughter wants to go. Okay, what do I do? And then the lady next to her says, honey, what are you talking about? You're telling your kid not to go to prom? I'm the one who bought the dress for my girl's prom. I don't know what you're talking about. And then the other lady just looks at her, what? But I thought in Islam that would definitely not fit the requirements of a, you know, proper social gathering. And she goes, oh no, Islam says it's okay. Don't worry about it. That, my friend, is somebody who's from the scum of society. If you watch videos on YouTube by, like, those debates, like for example, on the Muslim Skeptic channel, they have a debate between um, this feminist lady and the founder of Muslim Skeptic. That feminist lady, she comes with no points on why uh, ladies shouldn't be bound to wear hijab or the scarf. Not this part, just the scarf. Okay, and it was so embarrassing for her. But yeah, in the end, she ended up committing the sin and suffering in this life because of the embarrassment she got. Everyone in the comments was like, lady, you did not know what you were talking about. Okay, so that's somebody from the scum of society. Now let's go. Wrongdoers. Wrongdoers are, for example, in that prom example I gave, then if there were 5 ladies, right? If the lady on her other side was just in her brain like, oh yeah, I let my daughter go to prom. I even let my son go to prom. Then she didn't tell the lady who was confused on what to do, hey, let your daughter go to prom. But she did do it. So she's a wrongdoer. She's gonna get the sin on that. But she's not gonna get double sin for making someone else do it. Okay. Next is the neutralist. The neutralist is kind of like the lady in the middle who said, what do I do? She didn't say, how can I tell how can I convince my daughter that prom is a not good thing. She just said, what do I do? Like, these people are empty. They don't leave a legacy. They're not for anything. They're not against anything. They're waiting for either the detoxers of society or then the scum of society to influence them. The majority of the world is this. Okay, then you have the good doers. The good doers would be in that setup of the five ladies in the room. If there's one lady who doesn't say anything but says, "Oh my gosh," like in her brain, "I would never let my daughter go to prom." Like that is so haram. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, that lady is a good doer. She did good with her daughter. She did not let her daughter go to prom, but she didn't spread the goodness and tell that neutralist lady that, hey, you should not let your daughter go to prom. Okay? Then they have the detoxers of society. These people are the ones who hold the position of sacrifice, hardship, and get the glory in the afterlife for being the detoxers of society. In that example of the ladies, then if there was one lady at the end of the room who said, "Hey, let me speak a bit. You should try to convince your daughter using whatever evidence and reasoning and drive fear into her heart of what will happen if she goes there, and drive hope into her heart of what a sacrifice it is for her, and basically in the end she ends up spreading goodness, morality." Okay, I hope you got benefit from these examples. The reason why it's important to dwell on this subject is because most of the world doesn't focus on what they are, they focus on what everyone else is. And another thing is that they actually don't take enough time out for self-assessment. I don't think most of the world actually self-assesses themselves. Otherwise we'd have a very easy time getting people into, into good things, right? Like, I feel like the world really does not care about, their moral sense. And I'm actually attempting to be a detoxifier in that sense. So please pray that I, can take this goal and actually fulfill it. Anyways, have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum.